We are officially live, girl.
How live are we? How live are we?
I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh, Shireen, are you
Oh, hold on. Let me
serious?
see. Say something again. Oh, here we go.
I cannot.
Well, I've been having technical
Shireen,
issues
can you hear
all
me?
night. I can hear you. Live and direct, girl. I can hear you.
Welcome to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. I am Giovanni, the Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach. I help those with endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome reduce chronic pain, eliminate stress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods. Y'all, thanks for coming and vibing with us. I'm also the host of the Empire Plates and Power Lives podcast, and I'm here with my girl, Shireen.
Hey, everyone. I am Shireen Simon, the founder of blackprint.com, an online health and beauty website, as well as Voices and Vibes podcast, where we amplify the voices of Black business owners, and Perspective Studio Productions, where you can podcast and you can have your photo shoots. And it's just really a creative studio for you to express yourself in all your creativity. So, welcome to another Thursday of Herbal Tea Thursday. Are we ready to check in, Giovanni?
I'm ready to check in. What you got something to drink?
I have water.
Okay, come on,
Yeah, I have water. I'm getting my water up.
Let's get it in.
Yes, girl.
Let's
Check in.
tap it in, and then you can check us in.
Let's go. Oh, you want to tap first?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Get on in there.
Bam.
Let's go.
Getting that water up. Mm-hmm.
I did like a lime, some apple cider vinegar, and hot water, and
Okay.
some honey. So I felt like, I don't know if you can hear it, I felt like my voice was starting to like feel a little like it wasn't my voice in my throat. So I was like, let me do, you know how some people call it like a toddy, a hot toddy or something. I don't know. I was like, let me go with that tonight. So that's my
Oh.
tea.
Okay. I
So
hear you, girl. We do what we got to do to make sure that we are feeling all right. We have,
and you know it, because the vibes got to stay vibing, baby.
Absolutely. We got things to do. We got things to do, even if
Moves
it's
to
resting.
make.
Even if it's resting.
Oh yes,
so
we got to rest. I gotta rest tonight, Shireen. I have not been getting into bed at the right time, and sleep is so vital to your well-being. And I got to do better with that. I have not been getting into bed at a decent time to get in at least 7 hours. Like, I gotta get that quality sleep. My body just needs it and deserves it. So I have to do better with that.
I'm not good at going to bed. It's really bad. I'm trying to get better at it. So I understand that. And I recognize that you're not sleeping either because, in our chats, I'm like, these ladies are up late and they're up early. But yeah, I definitely recognize it. Well, I got to tell you, so many cards popped out.
Huh?
Like way more than one just kept popping out.
What was popping out?
The cards for our check-in.
Oh, I didn't know what you was talking about popping out. I was like, oh my God, girl, what is happening?
No,
what's popping out?
So many cards have popped out, girl. I'm just gonna clean my glasses. Okay. And I don't know who needs so many messages on a April the 4th Thursday, but the messages came through, and the first one that I can see, Giovanni, I'm just gonna zoom through them. Okay. And you take what you can get. Take whichever one resonates. Ready? Give the feedback after I get through all of them. You ready? If I could help you take one thing off your plate, what would it be? You know what? We want to do like speed answers as our check-in because we got so many. Let's do speed answers. If I could help you take one thing off your plate, what would it be? You just went on mute. You just went on mute.
My bad. You know what
Okay.
happened? Spencer
No.
got ready to do a bark and I hit it real quick so it wouldn't mess up the audio. My one thing you could take away
Mhm.
would be having my responsibility of having to post social media
Oh
content.
my God.
Like if you can take that off my plate, take it. I'll record it. I'll do it. But you schedule, you post, you do all of that good stuff. Take it off my plate. Take it off my plate. It's not feeling
Okay, we're going fast. We're
empowering
going
right
fast.
now.
I'm
Take it
gonna
off.
I'm gonna double back on that with you. Write the commentary and bring it to me so I can just review it and tweak it, and then go post that so we can be consistent. All right, you ready for the next one? What's something you want in this life? Oh, but don't feel deserving of. I feel like I deserve what I want. I don't, this doesn't resonate with me.
Say the question one more time.
What's something you want in this life but don't feel deserving of?
To progress as fast as I would like, because there's so much of an evolution with the journey. So
Right.
even though I want to get there really fast, I don't deserve to get there any sooner than when I get there, because I need to evolve and trust the process. So that's something I don't deserve. I should not just wake up and
be there
do it all the way. Yeah. I got
I
to
disagree. If I wake up and I
in
be
order
there, I
to
deserve
be
that
there.
shit.
You ain't got to disagree with mine. Just tell me what you got.
Oh, my brother's mom is in the comments. She said, I like your hair. Take my diabetes away. Okay, Monica, I got you, girl. We're going to take that away. Back, gone. And thank you. Gone. It's gone, Monica. You're good. You're good. Okay, ready? Quick one. If you can travel anywhere, where would you go? And this is for everyone. If you can travel anywhere, where would you go? I just need somewhere hot. Like I'm going to say like some island for me. I want some fresh fruit. I want some sun. I want a white beach, and I want that ocean water. Okay. Tamisha said Dubai. Nice. Giovanni, what you got?
On a never-ending trip around the world. Don't stop. Don't stop me. Don't stop me. Let me just keep going and going. And when I'm done in one place, I want to keep going to the next place, and then on to the next place. World travel me. What's up, cousin Tamisha in the building?
We got all family in the house. All family in the house.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, you ready? How have your how this one went deep quick. How have your perceptions of me changed since we met? Oh, Monica said Australia and Florida. I hear you, Monica. How have your perceptions, so we'll both think about each other. How have your perceptions of me changed since we've met? I didn't really have a perception. I thought you were like hype. You're really cool. That has not changed.
That was really hype.
Yeah. Not like hype her, like just hype, like really cool. I know. I got one.
I'm listening.
Okay. I didn't have a perception when I first met you, like a very specific. I can't even remember how we met. I think we met in a group chat together. No, I remember that, but like then we met in person, and you were hyping the group chat as well. Like you were really cool in the group chat. I think the perception that I have, which aligns with the conversation that we're going to have now, is my perception is that your confidence has gone way up. Yeah, your confidence has gone way up. And not to say that you were not a confident person when I met you, but I can see the growth in your confidence and the certainty within yourself. So that's what I can say. Yeah.
I would have to say that I thought you were just like a natural on camera and just like talking, and like, cause you're a natural talker, and you were just like, Giovanni, I do not want to get on camera. I do not want to get on a live. Giovanni, Giovanni, we're gonna have to do this together. Why don't we do this together? Because I've been saying I want to get on a live, and now you just do it, and you get behind the scene. And you're behind the scenes footage is your absolute best, and that's when you are literally just behind the camera and just doing your doggone thing. Well, not behind the camera, but in front of the camera doing because you're good at behind the camera with being a photographer and all. But like now you just naturally do it. And it's like what you have fun. It's like your most fun content is you doing behind the scenes, and that's really you just being you. And so originally I thought you just was a natural, like you're Shireen, you like to talk, you just like to do. And so then for you to say you were nervous about going live and you want to be live on your TikTok and all this other kind of stuff. And it's like, I went live and no one came for the first 2 minutes. So I just left. I abandoned the live. And now you're out here going live for yourself. You just shot your first live in your studio, and you know your client or your person who came and booked want to come back and do another live, and it went well. So I think that's what, when it comes to my perception of you, have changed. And then just seeing your evolution within that, I think has been pretty dope.
That's awesome. Thank you, Giovanni. Okay, we got 2 more. You ready? You ready? Okay. How do you navigate uncomfortable emotions?
But that's the end of the question.
How do you navigate uncomfortable emotions? I think for me, I just talk about it. And that's not something I would do in the past, which kind of ties into the second question. But I think now I'm probably more vocal. I've always been vocal, but probably my method of how my method.
That is my cousin.
Yeah,
that is her all the way.
How I'm vocal is different, right? So now I'm going to be. Before I probably just cuss, to be frank, right? But now I'm going to be more mindful of how I deliver the message, because I think any message can be said. It's just you choose how you want to deliver it, and you don't have to be harsh to deliver a message. You can get your point across by just talking it out. So that's my thoughts. And I see your cousin said head on, no sugar coating. And
that is her. That is her. But that's her authentic self. And I feel like it's nothing wrong with showing up as who you are. I 100% agree with you. Delivery matters. And how you deliver something is so much easier for someone to receive it. But it doesn't necessarily mean they will receive it just because you did a very thoughtful, mindful, considerate delivery. They still have a choice. I'm going to have to say I am a talker too. So I would talk out my initial feelings with someone I feel like I trust that will hear me out and give me good feedback in the event that I need a perspective change or shift. Because I know the number one rule from the 4 agreements is to not take anything personal. So for me to better understand myself and then better understand that information that was received by someone else that made me feel a certain way. So I would probably talk it out before I do anything. I'm not a hard conversation person. Like I don't like having hard conversations, especially if I don't have to. And I can just make the adjustments myself.
Okay. And then our last one.
What's up, Sports Sense?
Our last one is what is the main reason relationships have ended in your life? That's open to everyone. And of course, it's any relationship, right? It doesn't have to be partner relationship. It can be any relationship. I'm going to say, or you can go take this one first if you'd like. I've been going first, so I was trying to get him in.
Yeah, you're doing an awesome job getting them in. Let me see. I've only really been in 2, so I'm gonna say.
Remember, it does not have to be partner relationships. This could be friendships that have ended. This is relationships. There's all kinds of relationships, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with that. The first way I went, because you're hitting this kind of fast. I'm going to say the interest grew into someone else. And that's probably, I'm going to say was the thing that there was something else that caught the eye or caught the attention that caused it to no longer be serving. And it's kind of hard because in 10th grade, it was just kind of like other boys were starting to look attractive and cute. And it was just like, all right. I don't know. But the friendship was really, really good. And then as an adult, it was infidelity. So.
Okay. So you went partner relationship wise.
I did.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to say, I think sometimes it is a lack of communication, because I'm not necessarily just thinking partner wise, but that applies from a partner wise as well. Lack of communication or poor communication. And then even when it comes to like extend that to like friends and families and things like that, I'm going to say also a lack of is it emotional intelligence? I feel like I want to say because um I don't think there's consideration on both sides, right? And so and that could actually extend to partners as well. Let's be real, right? So a lack of that, and that to me kind of falls within the lines of like maturity and things like that. So not feeling, if you have that lack of emotional intelligence or that maturity, and you're not willing to be honest, as Tamisha had said, here lies and not tell the entire story,
Mhm.
that's going to end relationships because you can only take it for so long, and then after a while it's like, listen,
I
let
think
me
it's
just
hard
get out
to.
of this.
I feel like I think it's hard to rebuild trust once it's broken if
Mhm,
you're not truly being intentional on reestablishing that trust.
mhm,
And that takes a lot of hard work. And it also takes a lot of courage from the other person who's been, you know, on the other end of that. And so
mhm,
I feel like that takes a lot of work. And sometimes people don't want to put in the work,
mhm,
or they're not mature enough to own it, to put in the work, to make it better, um, to improve. And so I think that's what it boils down to.
mhm.
But I just appreciate how mine ended, even though like you know, was interested in someone else. I just appreciate the fact that I was told that I deserved better, and I knew I did. And so it was really that time to let go of something that no longer served me.
Yeah.
And for someone to tell me, or my partner to tell me, that I deserve better, that helped me better process, not process the infidelity, and process the fact that this didn't work out, because I'm someone who really wants things to work out. So I was grateful for that because it helped with the processing of the end.
Healing.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting because we go to start a conversation and then we end up somewhere completely different from where we thought we were going. But I do want to keep going a little bit because,
Come
um,
on with it.
right, like if we talk about having confidence in um, rebuilding something, right? So that last question, I saw the question come up, but my spirit said put it to the end. So that's how I did. Um, and not knowing this is where we'd go. So you just said sometimes it's not easy to rebuild that trust, but sometimes you have to have the confidence that you, as you said, you want to rebuild that trust, right? And so um, you could only take things, for me, I feel like I tolerate a lot. And then I feel like I will tolerate, I will tolerate, I will tolerate, and I'll get to my breaking point and then forget it.
What makes you make the choice to tolerate something that you know didn't really align with what you felt like you deserved?
So how you said you want things to work out, I feel
Mhm.
like it's that, a little bit of that, maybe
Okay,
people pleasing, because it depends on who it is, right?
gotcha.
Because if it's someone who means something to you, you're
Mhm.
going to tolerate because you love that person, and
Mhm.
we're not talking about just partners, like it, you can love the
Agreed.
person as a friend, as your girlfriend, as a when I say boyfriend, I mean like a guy, close friend, as a family member, or as a partner, man, woman, whatever, right?
Mhm.
um so you'll tolerate because there's love there, and with the hopes that things will get better and be more mature, etc., etc. But really, I feel like when we, as we're getting more mature and older in our lives, we're acknowledging the power of our own personal peace.
Mhm.
And so it's not about having a lack of confidence in the ability to rebuild,
Mhm.
but if it's not going down that path, I'm gonna choose my peace. I'm gonna choose my peace. Um, and maturity is talking it out. And if talking it out is not of interest on both sides, then what's the point? Like, put it to the side and let me just keep it pushing for a bit because, and I could reevaluate, not saying it's off the table, but if it's not getting anywhere, and both parties or multiple parties, the parties involved, are not um, open to that, I got life to live, baby.
And I got a question for you real quick though, in
Go
regards
ahead.
to that came to mind. So how do you feel tolerating it impacted the relationship over time before you got to your breaking point? Do you feel like the toleration made you, oh, I'm sorry. Did you
That's exactly how I feel, Spencer. Say it again.
I forgot to shut his office down before
Mhm.
we started.
That's okay.
But how do you feel like it impacted the relationship, tolerating it, tolerating it?
You're oh, you're setting the expectation. Yeah, I got you. You're setting the expectation of how people should treat you. You're setting the expectation that it's okay when you're tolerating it. But the worst part about it is you're left with this feeling inside you like, I should have said this, I should have done that afterwards. And it kind of eats at you. And if you tolerate that for years and years and years to come, the only thing you're doing is breaking down yourself, right? So at some
Agreed.
point, you got to stand up and be like, okay, right? And if you cannot level set conversations
Mhm.
where again the parties are willing to be like, all right, you know what, let me make a change,
Yeah.
right? Or the parties expect you to always be the person that fixes. Listen, I am not, what did my friend say, Bobina the builder? Like, no, I can't be the only person. And after a while, it's like, again, I'm getting up there in age. I got life to live.
I like that you shared that, and I appreciate you for your transparency. I agree with it, and I feel like the more you tolerate it, the weaker the bond gets between the people. I feel like because you're taking in this self disrespect that you're also allowing,
Mm,
so you aren't allowing the both of you to be the strongest version of yourselves for each other, because
mhm,
as you continue to take on this disrespect and allow it and try to be forgiving, it only like you said, it tears you apart or tears you down and breaks you down, but it also brings down the chemistry and the relationship dynamics because it's vibrating low, you
yep,
know um and it's not like you're just letting it go that it happened. It's still with you, because that's still that person who was doing those things to you that you're trying to, allow to keep moving for whatever reason, because you see potential or you don't want to lose sight of the potential that you feel like you have. And I think that was my thing, Shireen, was potential. I always wanted to see us get to a certain level of potential because I saw what I wanted to see ahead of the game and not taking what I had and what was going on just present day every day. And it was just like, why am I sitting here trying to tolerate present day when I might not ever get to see the potential? And this present day is what's tearing me up, is making me sick, is causing a whole different type of, vibe within myself, and love for myself, like you were saying earlier too, about how you feel about yourself, and now you're breaking it down. And it's just like, you don't have to wait for someone to be the person that you expect them to be or need them to be for you. You just have to show up and be the best person for yourself.
for
And
yourself.
that person, yeah, and that person is who you need every single day. And in the event that somebody else comes along and, they're a great vibe for you, then embrace that. But at the end of the day, you got to be good for you. And what you allow other people to do is, like you said, it shows them what you expect and what you accept, not
Mhm,
necessarily expect, because clearly if I disrespect you before and you tolerate it and you expect, I can do it again and it's going to be okay.
mhm,
So I like that, because I had to realize I don't have to hope, I can just be who I need to be and take care of me and heal and love myself. And someone's going to see exactly how I treat me, and they're going to want to be a part of that. And they're going to want to only level that up versus, see what they can do to bring it down.
yeah, and I would do so then my question to you is,
Mhm.
do you think, because I used to be on that word as well, potential. Do you think the word potential is overrated?
Oh, I'm gonna say yes, and you know why? Because there's only power in.
Slam dunk,
Remember,
'cause I agree.
That didn't look more like a dunk. That looked more like a swoosh from the like if that was a swoosh like
Oh
this
yeah, that
got
was
the bottom of the net.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that was that's the slam dunk, Shireen.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, no. I think there's only real power in the present. It's and that's just what it is, because that's the only thing that you have control over is in this present moment. So right, sports sense.
I was gonna say sports
Horrible.
getting it all wrong. Volleyball in it.
And I mean, and she had good form with it too, but then she talking about slam dunks. I don't know, maybe she fake shot it to someone else and they slam dunked it. We didn't see it. She's in Perspective Studios. We don't know what the perspective.
You don't know what the perspective is. Listen, sports said, don't come up in here trying to get me with your sports knowledge. I'm a call it a dunk.
It's only power in the present, Shireen. That's all. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say no. There's no need to be worried about potential. It's good to have goals, but you only are you are who you are today and in this moment. Not who you were yesterday and not who you're gonna be tomorrow. You're your most powerful self right now. That's just what it is.
And I think that's it too. Like acknowledging that people can change within days, within minutes, within hours, within weeks, and within months, as well as people cannot. Right? So if somebody is changing, I'm telling you, it does. Don't say potential. So no. People can change. You're not always who you were, right? And so what you may have tolerated, right, may no longer stand as much weight or hold as much weight as it once did. And I feel like at some point for growth to happen, there's got to be like some internal reflection. So we can talk about.
And there's power in that, in doing that every day. Like since we started when we did our raw 3-day challenge, just to challenge ourselves for those 3 days with our relationship with our foods and try to consume more raw foods, that like writing down and journaling in my achievement inventory, that is a skill. And this leads into our conversation today, that has helped me build my confidence. That process of journaling achievements and journaling obstacles that I've overcome, even thinking about what I did the day before or in that same day and having that reflection moment allows me to see myself in a different way. And that allows me to continue to evolve. So I agree with you. We change every day. We evolve every day because we have experiences that causes us to evolve. And it could be progress, digress, regress. You know, it's up to you and which direction you're trying to go in and which way you're allowing your decisions and your choices to take you. But I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because stagnation is a thing as well, right? And if you are not, whether purposeful or not purposeful on your growth, you can be stagnant. And what is a shame is like that behavior may still be stagnant. So if you see things not changing, are they not changing for everyone? And Tamisha said, people can change, but people do and see the change and embrace it, or do they continue to dismiss the fact that they will never change? Well, that's what I'm saying, girl. Right? That's what I'm saying, because some people, somebody might be changing and somebody may not be changing.
Agreed.
And, that's where the no more tolerance, when you value your self-worth.
I agree. I think, and to speak on Tamisha's point, that's their power and their decision to not want to see, or to stay the same. That's them operating in their own power. And I think it used to be a bad thing. People like, oh, she changed, or oh, she acting brand new. Oh, she's this, oh, she's that. And it's just kind of like, and it's just like, well, aren't you supposed to evolve? Aren't you supposed to change? Like if I'm still the 15-year-old version of myself at 37, that's the problem. Like that.
Or
And if you don't think it's a problem, then you stay in your 15-year-old mindset and experiences if you want to, but that's not going to be me. Like I am so much more aware and grateful for life that I can see a change just by the experiences that I've had. Just yesterday, let's take yesterday for an example, Shireen. I'm on a mindset call, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm getting I'm paying attention to my mindset. I'm working on my mindset. I'm working on my perspective, how I see things. I'm operating in my power. And what happens right after that mindset call? We get on a call, right? And what am I doing? I am pouring into you because I'm a brand new person now because of this experience and this different way of me seeing myself and realizing my power, that I'm now taking that same power and I am just shoving it your way because I felt like you needed it. And you received all of that. And it made you a better person. You weren't the same no more. Now, 10-minute-old Shireen is a whole different Shireen because her perspective in her perspective studio then shifted because we had a mindset shift. We had a conversation that allowed you to make the choice to receive what Giovanni had to say about what the situation you were struggling with to now move in a totally different direction and be confident in that direction, because we're talking confidence tonight. And I did the same thing this morning on the morning meetup call when someone who was just really feeling down about what it is they were going to. And I was able to take exactly what I learned the day before and put that power straight back into someone else. And it's the power of mindset, and it's the power of how you can see yourself. And that can happen like this. And that's your decision, your choice, your power to make that shift and see yourself as somebody brand new. Who cares how anybody else sees you, what they think of you? Your identity is based on how you see yourself and who it is that you are and who you want to become. But at the end of the day, the only thing that has the most power is who you are and who you are in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to just add to that in the sense of, in order to like move forward for things, because there's two sides here. There's the side where
4 vibes. Come on.
There's two sides here. It's the side that was poured into and that has made the change. But as you were saying before, like, oh, she's brand new. Oh, she's changed. Oh, she this, or she that. Change your perspective and stop holding on to something old. Right? Because if
that's what they say, that's the old version of me, girl. You better flip to the most current chapter.
So while this one is changing, you better change your if not you better, if you change your perspective. Because like who if you choose to change your perspective, then you'll also see the situation in a different light. You'll then become open to her actual reflection, and you'll also be open to actual change. And maybe your change is embracing the change, or your change is not embracing the change, right? And just leaving things as is and having your own way. Oh, by the way, I just found this feature. I found a change within our platform. So we can actually do this.
And I love that Tamisha. Go ahead, you can change it. And I love that I love that Tamisha used the word embrace. Like, I absolutely love that she used the word embrace, because so many times people like to resist and hold back and push back, when instead, if you just lean into it, that's where you're going to truly find the power that you absolutely can operate in the most authentic way for yourself, and that embracing something allows you to truly just be in that essence, everything that you could be. So I'm so glad she chose the word embrace and not resist or ignore, because those don't give you the power of really just letting be what is going to be and being okay in the being. You know what I mean? Like being okay in the being, I think is what's dope. So I appreciate you for being mindful of even the words that you use.
And even with you saying that, when you use such words as Tamisha used as embrace, you're also feeding it with a different vibration, a higher vibration, right? You're feeding it with a whole different positive vibration. So then you can have confidence that things will change, right? And that good old P word, potential, may actually become a reality.
I'm with you.
Regardless of the type of relationship. So that's an
Regardless.
interesting spin on how this conversation turned out to be, because it definitely was not what you and I had kind of discussed it might be. But it's cool because it all kind of ties in. But
I loved it.
mhm.
Thank you to the cards. Thank you for our
Always bringing something out.
thank you for the cards. Thank you for our community that continue to show up every week,
Mhm.
and really get into this. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's something we forgot to do. And that was
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got something you was about to say?
Go ahead.
We forgot to hit our wellness win, especially since we got the
that's
audience
something new. I think this is the perfect time.
Yeah,
I don't think we forgot. I think this is the perfect time.
Embracing, yeah. I think y'all, if you are right now, no matter if you're watching this live or if you're watching this after we've recorded this, in the chat, in the comments, I really want you to give us a wellness win for you, something that happened this week. It's great if you have a wellness win for today, but anything that's happened to you this week, give us one wellness win. One wellness win for yourself, because you are a winner. And a lot of times we get in this space where we're not accomplishing enough, or there's so many other things that we felt like we could have done, or things didn't go the way we wanted it to go. But every single day you choose to still be here, you're winning. You're winning at this thing called life, no matter what it looks like. And so we want you to just kind of honor yourself right now and just shout yourself out with a wellness win, whatever your wellness win looks like. A shower, you fed yourself, you made a new meal, you walked here, you got out of the bed and you really didn't want to go and get out of the bed. Whatever your win is, drop it in the chat right now. Shireen, what you got for your wellness win?
I just want to add to that this is something new that Giovanni and I talked about last night. And we will be doing it every week, the wellness win. And thanks, Giovanni, for remembering it. I opened up our stuff, but I'm here with you, so I didn't even take a look at it again.
Before I came in, and I'm with you too. Being present, that's the right P word.
Yeah, we present. The good P word, right? But yeah, this is something that we're going to add new to this format, just given that win. And you know what? Even if it's a situation, that you're in, I'll give you mine. I think it's how you look at it that makes it a wellness win, right? So I'm going to tell you my wellness win. I got a few of them, but I'm going to give you the more recent one that just happened. We had our first live in my studio tonight. We went live. I got new equipment, upgraded it, and we had some technical difficulties. And within those technical difficulties, our camera shut down twice. But we were able to pivot. I was able to pivot and set up the phone and just kind of keep things running for my client that was in here. She was so appreciative, and she said not to take it too hard on myself because the professionalism is what she appreciated so much. And for me, the wellness win is the mindset in that moment. Instead of panicking, it was like, okay. And it was live, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then when I got the camera up, I didn't know how to get rid of the echo. Right? So even coming into this one, it was like, oh, wait a minute, where's that coming from? Because I just had these, and I had shifted things around on my computer. But the mindset part, and at the very end, she said she was able to stay calm throughout it because of how I was, right? And the win on my side is, damn, I was able to stay calm, and she was able to feel that calmness. We were able to pivot. So I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm just going to figure it out. But it's good that, one, she allowed me to have the situation, but have the live, and then the situation happened, so I know how to deal with that. But keeping myself on the up and up in the midst of chaos is the wellness win. as opposed to beating myself up mentally about it. Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good win, Shireen.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Okay, we can start with a beating yourself up and then feeling good. So I'm going to say my wellness win went to, yes, wasn't that isn't that beautiful? There's so much power in stillness, isn't it? So much power in stillness. I'm going to say the wellness win went to someone in the morning meetup in a community, entrepreneurship community, reached out to me after I was engaging and asking the questions I was spotlighted. And she said she wanted to connect with me. So I sent my Blink card. Blink got a link. I said Shireen. And so she ended up scheduling that same day, like booking a call with me that same exact day. And I didn't see it until I was getting ready to get on another call at the same time. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm double booked. Like someone, wants to talk to me. And so I get on and she's not there. And she sends an email and saying she'll be a few minutes late. And I was like, is it possible for us to reschedule? And I felt so bad. And she was like, well, is your calendar not accurate with the availability times? And I was saying, oh, and I was, yeah, it was. But, I decided, like I told you before, to invest in my mindset so I can build that confidence, because moving into the week, I was struggling with that confidence. And I think it really wasn't a struggle with confidence. It was more so a struggle of clarity of how I was going to be able to do the things that I knew I really wanted to do. I don't know if I just wanted to say that in that moment for myself. And so she was like, oh, no problem. I was like, just send me your calendar. And so I booked. And so today was our call, right? Had no idea what she wanted to talk about. Never knew her or anything like that. I was 5 minutes late to the meeting because I had a testing meeting today at school that they threw in after we scheduled. I'm thinking, here we go again. I'm about to miss this opportunity to meet with her. And when I get on there, she was just happy to meet with another wellness person, but it was another wellness person that was Black that also had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it was because I continued to say my simplified version of my XYZ statement, so no one could not understand who I am and who my target audience is, who I'm here to help. She was able to identify with me. And it was the first week she was in the morning meetup. And so it's not like she's been around, like it's the first time she's hearing, she's seeing, and she wanted to connect. And the first thing she said, Shireen, is, I just want to better understand what certifications that you get to help you qualify to help people in the wellness space. And I was just like, oh my God, this is my opportunity to go in. And so I asked her, I was like, well, what do you enjoy most about wellness? And she answers the question. And I said, what has this done for your life? And she answers the question. And then I said, so it's been working for you? And she's answering the question. I said,
there you go.
You are qualified because it's worked for you. You are your biggest testimony. And so I'm just like going in, and she's just like, okay, coach, like this first 15 minutes, you pretty much just poured all this stuff into me.
And she was
it came natural. Right. But it just came so natural to me. And that's because I'm getting my mindset fed. Like I'm spending, literally investing into myself and into my mindset. And when I'm doing it, whoever I'm around and whoever I'm able to help, I can just pour straight into them because I'm overflowing. Like I'm getting filled up, and it just felt so great because another Black woman with polycystic ovarian syndrome not only saw me, but she felt led to even talk to me about how she can better herself in this space. And then we even went into stuff that she thought was fun. And I told her, have fun with this. Like, it's all about having fun. Don't overthink it. Don't allow what we see on social media to distract you. Just keep showing up for you. Have fun. And the right people that need you are going to be seeing you. And the people who don't want to see you and don't want to vibe with you and are going to be toxic, going to be hating, you're not here for them. And that's okay.
They're not your audience. They're not your people.
Yeah, not at all. And it just felt so good to make her feel good. So that was my win. Like, because I've been consistently showing up and saying who I am, who I serve, and I'm showing my healthy habits and lifestyle changes, it's easy for people to recognize who I am and connect with that and get what it is that they need. So that's my wellness win. That's my wellness win.
I love that for you, Giovanni, because as you said, as you keep showing up, your people will come and the right people will see you. And look at that. Her first week in, and she's like, how do we connect? Right. And then these are your people, Giovanni. Right.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, let me rephrase that. You, both of you are each other's people. She needed your words to be poured onto her. She needed that. And for you, it's like, what a confidence boost, right? Like this is what you want to do. You want to help people. No. This is what you're doing. This is what you're passionate about. This is what your calling is to help people that have had a relatable experience. And here you are, and now you can do that. It's just being brought right to you, right? So you guys fed into each other the way you needed to be, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
definitely
love it.
confirmation. It was definitely confirmation. Again, it was that confidence boost, and it's
Mhm.
like ever since I was like, is this a lack of confidence? Do I need confidence? Ever since like Friday, when we had our call on Friday, and
Mhm.
it was just like, ooh. And ever since then, I have nothing but confirmation of people either saying they're enjoying my content, they're watching all of it, they're appreciating it, they're seeing
There you
me, they're
go.
proud of me, they're sharing it. And it's just like, that's the energy and the attraction that I'm on, and I feel it.
Yeah,
Oh, we
I
got
was
another
gonna.
win.
Yeah, so before you go down to Tamisha's, I wanted to
Mhm.
put. So we've put Crystal's wellness win. She got a moment of stillness, right?
Mhm.
I wanted to acknowledge we have Cynthia's wellness win.
That's a beautiful one for her,
Yeah.
because she can really struggle with going to sleep at night. And as soon as she get in the bed and start getting that good sleep, it's time for her to get up. And she
A
work
lot.
hard.
She works, yeah, she
Yes.
really works. Mhm.
So I'm so proud of her for that. And I kind of want to ask you, how did you feel about actually getting to bed on time for 3 nights this week? And she's been on it even with her smoothies, like her juicing and her smoothies too. So
Mhm.
I've been seeing her create these healthier habits over time, and I'm definitely proud of you, Sports Sense. I am.
Mhm.
That.
She's happy. She's happy, right? I just want to give our acknowledgments here.
Well, that's just me.
No, I know, but it's you acknowledging
Like I
Crystal.
slept too much. See, and that's the problem. Sometimes when
Mhm.
we
Feeling
actually get the
guilty.
opportunity to truly rest, the rest that we need to, now we think it's too much because we're not accustomed to getting the rest that
Yeah.
we deserve and we need. And
Mhm.
that too is a mindset
Yeah.
shift in how you value sleep and having good sleep hygiene. Because
Mhm.
that is very much so
You
important.
deserve that sleep. You deserve
All
that
the way.
rest. You
You
deserve
deserve it
that
more than 3 days a week.
rejuvenation. You deserve that rejuvenation.
But
We
that's a
all
big
do.
win, big win, Cynthia,
Especially
big win.
especially when you struggle with it, right? Like a win is a
Mhm,
win. That is a win.
all the
I
way.
struggle with it too, girl. I understand. And we got Tamisha here. I've gotten a few not so good results from the doctor, but my wellness win is I remain positive. But stressing won't
Mm.
fix it, and not wanting to dwell on it makes me feel better. You go, girl.
I love
Like,
that.
yeah.
I absolutely love it. And you know what I love most? Because again, this is word choice here. And the word choice is I've gotten a few not so good results. She didn't own anything
Yeah.
with it. So
Yeah.
no matter whatever the results were, she didn't own it. She
Mhm.
just owned it that she was going to remain positive, and she was
Mhm.
choosing not to stress it because she knows it's not going to fix anything. And if
Yep.
we know anything about being Black women, um, is that stress is the number one killer and trigger to our issues, most of our
Mhm.
issues when it comes to stress. And that too goes right back into self-care and our mindset and how we're choosing to view things and look at things
Mhm.
and what we give power to.
Absolutely.
So I am so grateful that
Mm.
those results didn't own you and you didn't give them power. And I just hope that whatever that information is, you're going to use it to empower your own choices moving forward. That's going to
Yep.
help you the way that you feel like it's going to help with your healing to get the results that you want to get.
Yep.
So it's your healing, it's your journey. And I'm believing that you're going to overcome whatever obstacles that you are going through right now when it comes to your health.
And that's it right there, Giovanni. It's that energy that you put into it. So to Tamisha and even to Monica, I don't know if she's still with us, because she talked about what she wants to, what she wishes would be gone as well.
Mhm.
It's that mindset that you put towards it, right? It's that mindset that you put towards it. Um, that positivity, that's the energy that goes into how you're feeling and the outcome. You know, your mind is really what kind of controls your body. So it's that positivity that energy is coming from that positivity. So you want to keep on that frequency level, right? Because your body is feeling what you're feeling. Your body is reacting to what you're feeling. Even though you got stuff going on, what you're thinking, your body's going to react to. So when we talk about stress,
It's
you're
receiving all
stressing
that
out up
information.
here, your body's going to start stressing out
Mhm.
here. But if you're
Starting
putting
in the
that
back of your
frequency,
neck, into your
mhm,
shoulders, all the way into your lower back, to your
all
legs, into
over, where
your
sometimes
wounds,
you feel it
to
in
your
different places.
toes. Mhm,
Sometimes you feel your stress. I feel my stress in my back, right? But if we're
mhm.
on the on Tamisha's vibes, where we're choosing to keep that mental positive frequency, you know, it helps. It may not seem like it helps, but I'm gonna tell you that shit helps. Yeah.
And I would want to, just because that's my cousin, and I really love her a lot. I don't want it to just stay positive. I want it to shift into healing vibes. So you're
Hmm.
actually claiming that healing, and you're claiming
Absolutely.
that whatever those results are is
Yep.
going to be even better. So
Yep.
I want you to
And
stay
believing it.
positive, but
Yeah.
that all the way, your
Yeah.
thoughts, your feelings,
Believing it.
and your belief in regards to it being a healing, something
Yep.
that you're going to be healed from and
Yep.
of. I want you to keep that healing vibe with it too, because it's going to shift not only how you look at it, see it, view it, but it's going to also impact and empower the decisions you make to make
Hmm.
sure that you are going to be healed with that. So I just
Hmm.
wanted to put a little extra on that, just because, that's my big
And
cousin.
no, I love that. I love that. We all family here now, cuz. Um,
Always.
And you know, once you shift that mindset, then you actually start having more confidence in how you're about to feel, right? Because
Agreed.
you can choose your reaction to things. And um, some people may not believe that, like, oh, do you think I believe everything kind of happens for a reason, right?
Mhm. Agreed.
And whether good or bad, right? And then how you react to it is going to be empowering for you or not empowering for you, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, excuse me, sorry. But, you know,
So yeah. So I mean, just wrapping it, I was laughing at her comment. I don't know if
I
you
know,
saw
I
it.
know, I know, I seen
But
it too.
when it all boils down to confidence, it's just really trust. It's trusting yourself, seeing
Yeah,
yourself, believing yourself, and then just operating in that awesomeness of who you are. Um, and that's all it boils down to, when it comes to confidence, is just trusting in your ability to be you and
yeah.
operating in your awesomeness, whatever it looks like, feels like
Feels
to
like,
you, is
mhm,
your confidence.
yeah. And if you
And
need to, you go.
And the only thing that you can change are the things that you're aware of. So if you're feeling like, oh, I'm triggered with a lack of confidence in this area, you're now made aware of that. How do you make that awesome? How do you
You
start
bounce
trusting
back.
yourself a little bit more for that? That pit, if you got to pivot, then pivot, but don't
Hmm.
allow that moment or that lack of confidence in that, just in that moment, because you're not going to own a lack of confidence. You're going to feel it, and you're going to say, this isn't true, this voice isn't true. I'm going to need to speak a little bit louder than that. I am awesome. I do great things. I am a loving person. I am the source
Hmm.
of my happiness. I am great. I am healed. And you go and do the doggone thing. I've done
Hmm.
hard things. Whatever it
Yeah,
is that you need to say for yourself and to yourself and belief of yourself to get back into that state of awesomeness, do it, because
yeah,
that's all that your confidence is.
yeah, yeah. You don't. Don't let it overpower you. Your bounce back is really what's going to help you. And once you start acknowledging it and doing that bounce back, you will actually surprise yourself how quick you can bounce back, because you will experience things that might not be on the up and up. That might just not be the greatest feeling. And there's nothing wrong with being present in that feeling, but it's really that reaction and that bounce back that's really what's going to matter, right? And that's the frequency that you need to be on. So
frequency matters, Shireen. You know all about that. Even when it comes to what you listen to, frequencies that you listen to when you rest. And we can get into that on another day.
Yep, girl.
But y'all, I don't think we told y'all, but we appreciate you for sharing your wellness wins with us. That might not have been something you wanted to do. You may have not felt comfortable, but you did it. And I'm proud of you, because you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be seen. But most importantly, you deserve to keep winning. And so we're looking forward to hearing how you win next week when you come back, and share this with somebody. Share this with somebody you feel could use a boost in their confidence, or if there was any vibe that you caught that you think somebody else could receive and feel good with, then send it. You can even send it to the person who said you done changed, and maybe they need a perspective shift, and you need to say, share that with them if they need to. But at the end of the day, we just appreciate y'all for coming and vibing with us, and we hope y'all enjoyed our new flow today. And how we did the things, man. Shireen came with that fire, blitz, splits, check-in cards, 5 gold. I felt the pressure. But it was cool, because sometimes we tend to overthink, and just having to respond and get stuff out, I think is pretty cool. So thanks, Shireen, for vibing.
Yeah, girl. Thank you. And thank everyone as well. I second all of Giovanni's sentiments there, because I feel like this conversation, we had a plan, but the conversation went where it needed to go. And we just dropped little gems to the plan. We might have to change our thumbnail.
No, it's all right. We hit confidence. We hit confidence in there.
We hit it in there. We hit it in there. All right,
we didn't hit it. We hit it.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I will wrap us up. Okay, for a minute there, I thought there was 2. I'm like, get out of here. It's 1. It's 1. It's 1. We're good. This one's interesting. And this is one we can all take away with. This one says, write your goals down, then take small steps towards them. That's really how we're hitting it.
That was my awareness thought earlier today on my mindset call. Is I consistently write down the things that I need to do, but I'm not doing all the things that I need to do. And I need to put a deadline. If I start assigning a deadline to the things that I know I need to get done, then I'll have to do more to actually get it done, versus just constantly reflecting, figuring stuff out, getting clearer, and just writing it down, but not doing it. And so I feel like that hit to me. It just exclamation point, that thing.
Well, I will add to your thoughts there, and then say, maybe add a suggestion of maybe write down less, even though we have this long, ridiculous to-do list, which, Giovanni and I did something interesting yesterday. We really sat down and planned how we want to run our wellness, our Herbal Tea Thursday. We took a look at our analytics, which is really the feedback from the back end. And we've seen that obviously our wellness talks do very well. Our audience, our family, our community really enjoy these wellness talks, but you also enjoy business talks. So you can relate to the fact that we have, regardless on if it's business talks, you can relate to having a long to-do list for your life, for your business, for your goals, right? But if we're not attaining them, maybe write down less. Give yourself that grace to write down less. And it doesn't mean that you're doing less. It means that you're being more intentional and giving yourself a bit of grace so that you can get those things done. Maybe they require more attention. The 3 things on your list, require more attention than the 10 things, the 5 things, the 7 things. So giving those top priorities of your goals more attention, more laser focus, so you can blow it out and you can get it done and you can feel really good that you got those 3 things, as opposed to half-assing 10 or only doing 1 and then feeling really guilty about the other 7 that are still waiting there for you. So, that will be my suggestion. And I know this too well because you usually have a long list just like you, Giovanni. So maybe do a little less. Mhm.
I agree. And I think the more you do that, you'll start realizing how much more you value your time. And that was a realization for me that I don't value my time, because if I did, I would do the things that I say I'm going to do. And I would
Mhm.
be a little bit more on time with those things. And I would document and organize and get stuff together. So now that I'm aware on it, I am changing that slowly but surely, because it's a
Mhm.
process and it's a journey.
Absolutely.
But that was good, Shireen. I appreciate
Mhm.
that. So,
And last thing,
okay.
it will also allow you to value your priorities, right?
Mm.
Because not everything is as urgent. Yeah, that's it. Tamisha said she got a.
Do you do that daily? Do you do that daily? Like your short-term goals listed in your long-term? Like, do you identify that daily, monthly, weekly? How often do you goal set? And that could be another conversation that we get in on another day too, Shireen, when it comes to goal setting, planning, and getting kind of things done when
Mhm.
it comes to like self-care. But I'm interested to see how often she visits that one day at a time. Yep, there you go. Because that's where all your power is in
Mhm.
that one day. I love it.
Mhm.
And so maybe
Mhm.
that's something I might do in the morning. Do in the morning. It could be a morning activity or an evening activity, so you know what you're getting done the next day. So I
Mhm.
like it. I might give that a try. Thank you for sharing
Mhm.
um, that tip, Tamisha. I appreciate it. But y'all, it's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Joe Vonnie, host of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast. Y'all, if you did not see yesterday's episode, oh my goodness, my Lyra was a whole vibe. Like when I tell you she has so many different healing modalities and so many different titles and skill sets, she just has a story that is just amazing and beautiful. And the way she's helping her children become healers and she's helping other people with healing. Y'all got to go check out that episode of the Empire Plates, Empire Lives podcast. And then if you're looking for healthy habits and lifestyle changes, you got a free guide in the description of this video, the anti-inflammatory for lifestyle changes. Go ahead and download your guide. And then you want a coach. It's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach. You can click that link and get that survey started and let me know. We can see if we're a good fit for you to help you with your healing journey, because it's your healing journey. And I just want you to be empowered, and I'd love to support you along the way.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, it's your girl, Shireen Simon. I, again, am the founder of blackprint.com. We have a handful of wellness products there, beauty and wellness products there. So if you're looking for products to get you through the seasonal changes, and maybe you're looking for a herbal tea that will help you get through that if you have allergies or you're experiencing the season change and having a bodily reaction to it, tap into that. There's some products there that may be helpful to kind of aid that naturally and very gently for you. I don't have a new podcast to share at the moment, but if you follow us on Voices and Vibes with a Z on Instagram, and you follow Perspective Studio Productions on Instagram as well, you'll see what's going on with us. We have some upcoming interviews that are being released that were short form, but those will also be on YouTube shortly. So that's it for tonight. Oh, sorry. What am I missing, Giovanni? You're giving me the
That
look.
they can book your studio for whatever needs they
Oh,
need. You
shoot. Thank
didn't.
you, girl. We
Yeah,
all
like you
looking
just
here.
had a whole live and the lady wants to come back again. It's
Oh,
okay.
yes,
It's just
yes.
an assist.
New
It's
to
just
this,
an
new to
assist.
this, new to this. Yeah. So,
Love you
so
too,
new to
Tisha. Love
this.
you, Sportsmans. It's all
Yeah.
right. We're
Yeah.
here.
So if you are looking for a studio and you are in Canada, you are in the East End of Canada, or you're anywhere within Toronto, Ontario, I'm going to say if you're in Toronto, Ontario, or you're on the East End of the city, feel free to look up Perspective Studio Productions. Our website is almost done, but you can do podcasts in here. You can do live broadcasts in here. If you're a photographer, we have a whole other photography room. Or if you're just looking to create content such as this, you can pull up in the studio. We are going to be releasing bulk hours. And if you need something now and you're just interested in understanding our pricing, DM me on Instagram at Perspective Studio Productions, or just message me here. Hey, girl, how do I get a hold of you? And I will definitely, don't limit yourself. Or anywhere in the world, reach out to me, baby, because I can set you up virtually. I can truly set you up virtually so you can do what we do online. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Sports Sense. You got me. Bang! You got me.
And here she go with these shots. Y'all. Thanks for vibing with us. We love you. We appreciate you. But most importantly, continue to just be you and operate in your most abundant power and take it one day at a time. Go be awesome, because you deserve nothing less.
Join us next week. Bye, fam.